guys, welcome back to the channel. Mikey here, and those are the parts that we are going to use for the Rakk Sinaya build. On the previous video, I did an overview of that case and I asked you guys if you want me to water cool the build or have the case modded. And it's not like there's a million of you guys watching this video, so I got a couple of feedbacks that they want to see a white version. Right, Rakk hasn't announced a white version for this case yet, and I don't know if there will ever be one. So, yes, we're turning this case white. Okay. Now, before doing that, I'd like to tell you about painting a case real quick, because the easiest way for us to do it is to buy spray paint from the local hardware or in the malls, and yes, that will do. Only thing is, it works well with the plastic parts of the case, but for the metal parts, no, it wouldn't. You can let it dry for a week or 2 weeks. No, it's still not durable. That's what I'm trying to say. You can scratch it off with your finger and it will get chipped off easily. Just like these pieces that a client once sent me. And yeah, he asked for help because that's what he did. He sanded it off. He did some sanding at least, and then he didn't like totally remove the paint, the original paint of the panels. But even so, that's not gonna help. Uh, the spray paint from the rattle cans, they're not just durable. Well, I know epoxy primer helps with that durability, but still, the best way of doing this is by powder coating. Now, I don't have the facility to do powder coating on my own, so I had it outsourced. Okay? I'm sorry. I can't do it as of now, as of yet. I don't have the space, I don't have the land, I don't have anything that can make me do that. Right? So, it's okay. Have it outsourced. You're going to spend some money buying a case, and yeah, you don't want to mess that up, right? And then, as I said earlier, I did a few mods as well, so I'd like to show you guys that, and here it is. Okay, so here is the Rakk Sinaya after powder coating. There, it's not gonna get like scratched off with just your fingers, and it's white right now. I also need to put those back. As you can see, it's kind of like a white and black is the theme that I'm going for this case. And unlike what I showed you earlier, again, it's not gonna chip off because it's powder coated. Alright, so here we are in Corel Draw. I've designed a few pieces for acrylic. Now, these two will go on the side, and this one will go in the middle of the front panel. These are the ones that I'll be painting because the spray cans, they work best with acrylic, not with metal. So we're gonna head over to that side of this workshop and start cutting. All right, here here it is. Okay, so we've done the cuts with this trusty laser cutter. So this is the one for the side, the other one, the Rakk logo is right there, mine right there, and this one, the honeycomb thing in the middle. I'm gonna remove that logo right there because that's awkward. This was the original side that I removed. It's made out of aluminum, so yeah, I'm not gonna paint that. Plus it's kind of extends right there, and I don't like that. I just want it to be right there. Okay, so there, take another look. Now I'm gonna start painting the acrylic pieces, and I got my paints down there. This is where I'm gonna be doing the paint. My small paint booth right there, and you're blinded because it's overexposed. Now let's adjust that. All right, there you go. There. Okay. Small space under the stairs. We have an exhaust fan right there, and you can't work in there without a mask because you're gonna die. Okay, now before we go with the actual PC build, I'd like to tell you guys about the Cougar all-in-one liquid cooler that we used for this video. Now, it's fairly new in the Philippines, so maybe some of you guys might be interested in how it connects, like the RGB stuff, the controller, how it works. So, yeah, again, here we go. Right, this is the Cougar Helor. How do you read that? Helor 240, and it's a 240 mil uh, all-in-one liquid cooler. Here is the pump and the rest combo. Right, so this we have different mounting options here. So here are the screws, you have your thermal paste, you have this fill port right here. Now, you don't necessarily have to do that, but just in case you have to, then, because this comes in pre-filled, right? It's already filled with the coolant, but just in case you need to refill it or change coolant in there, then you have this spare. This right here connects to your motherboard. This powers up your pump and this pump block combo. Now this right here is for the RGB. Now all the RGB stuff goes in this controller. So see how it says LED right there? Now this fits right in that slot. There you go. Then you have a couple of 120 mil fans. They're both RGB as well, but they can only connect through the provided controller. And yes, so it fits right in here. Oh, come on, get in there. Alright, as well as the other one. Just want to show this to you guys before I start installing the liquid cooler inside the case. And then, alright, so 2 controllers and the pump press combo is already connected to the controller. Now, the fans, for them to spin or to get power, you need to connect them to a fan hub or your motherboard, the ports on your motherboard, because apparently this controller doesn't have that. Right, so you need to get a separate hub or just plug it into the motherboard itself if there are slots. Now the controller can be powered up in a couple of ways. First is this, using this 5-volt ARGB header. Then you can connect this here on the white slot, and this gives you power for the RGB of these 3. Okay? Now, if you don't have an ARGB hub, that 5-volt ARGB hub on your motherboard, just like mine, the B360 Mortar doesn't have that, or B360M Bazooka, I'm sorry, then you can use this. Now this plugs into this part of the controller. Then you can, okay, then you can control it manually using this controller that they provided. Also, for the fans, I almost missed this one. There's this splitter, so you can just plug them both here. There's the other one. This one as well, you can plug it here. so you don't really have to get a fan hub anymore. Just they got this splitter, then you can connect this to your motherboard. Okay, clear. Have questions, just leave them in the comments. And that is it for this Rakk Sinaya build. It's not completely white, it's black, white, some gray, and some yellow. But hey, we work with what we have. I don't have a white motherboard or a graphics card, so I can't really do a full-on white build. But yes, there goes your idea on how uh, your components will look like in a Rakk Sinaya in white. If you like that, leave a comment. If you don't, leave a comment as well. Leave a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't already. And then I'd like to thank the sponsors for this build. Cougar Philippines, Rakk, Team Force for the RAM, and MSI Philippines. You as well. If you've reached this part of the video, thank you very much for sticking by. And that's all. I'm out. Peace.